Hey guys, Runzy here, bringing you guys back a new video. In today's video, I'm bringing you guys the Deadmist 2 locations tier list. But before we get into it, I'm currently 5 subs away from 600, so if you guys do enjoy the content, make sure you guys do subscribe to get more content. It's absolutely insane that we're almost at 600 subs, but yeah, let's get into the tier list. So before I start ranking them, I'm going to tell you guys how I'm going to rank them. So one is going to be for loot, how good the loot is there. Second is going to be for PvP. And third is going to be my personal opinion on the location. S tier, one of the best locations on the map for loot PvP, in my opinion. A, very great location. It just needs very small improvements to be an S tier location. B, good location. It's lacking one of the major categories I talked about. C, alright location, lacking in 2 or more of the major categories I was talking about. Bad location, it's just a really bad location, sucks in everything. So yeah, let's get into ranking them. With the S tier locations, we're obviously going to start with North Airfield. Best location on the map, hands down, in every single category. One of my favorite locations to get geared up or just look for some PvP. Best loot in the game, tied with labs, obviously. And great for PvP. You're always going to get some people there with some pretty decent loot. So if you want to improve at PvP, just keep running to the airfield. Second S tier location, we're going to use Arsk. Arsk it's NA, but without the warmth and without the loot. So at Arsk, you still have a decent amount of melee tents. I believe there's 5 or 6. And then you have 2 medical tents, a hospital, a police station, and a fire station. It's absolutely incredible if you're more of a fresh spawn to run up there past Shirley and grab some loot. Tons of PvP there because people are traveling from like Shirley and all those southern locations going through ours to get some loot before they hit NA, so it's great for PvP. And honestly, I've built on top of the fire station before and just watched people just trying to fight over the tents. It's very fun to watch. Next location we have is Lab. It's got everything NA has, but the only problem with it is you need very, very good clothing to go up there and not be losing temperature rapidly. Tons and tons of military containers, barracks. It's overall an S tier location. I can see why some people would be like, I wouldn't put an S, it's A because of the warmth issue, but I still think it's an S tier map if you can make it up there with decent clothing or with at least fireplaces. So now we're going to go into A tier, and the first A tier map we're going to do is Ford. Some of you guys probably were thinking, Runzy's going to put this in S tier. It's his favorite location on the map. You are sadly mistaken. I'm not going to overweigh my opinion on a Ford to like better than like NA or Arsk. It's not the case. It has pretty decent loot. It's got a police station and a fire station, but the only issue with that is the fact that there's a lot of players going into Ford, whether they're fresh spawn or semi-geared. Very, very great for PvP. If you just want to have a fresh spawn massacre, just build on top of Town Hall and just watch the fresh spawn just start rolling in, killing each other with SKSs or USPs. If you guys are in the community, the Discord or anything, or seen me in game, I'm always in Ford. It's my favorite location on the map. I just love the Grizzly Studios bear, even though it's like it doesn't have any material on it. It's like a non-material blender render, so it's just a very good location. I've hosted some events there. It's really, really fun. So the next A tier location is going to be Shirley. It's the same with Ford, but Shirley does not have as much loot as like an NA, a lab, or an Arsk. It's only got the fire station and the police station. It does have a hospital, so that you could put it in front of Ford if you really want to. You could switch these two out, like you could have Shirley in front of Ford or Shirley behind Ford. But there is very good PvP here. It is mostly fresh spawns trying to get up to Arsk and NA, so it might not be quality PvP, same as Ford, but you're still going to get PvP there nonetheless. My only issue with Shirley, in my personal opinion about Shirley, it's an alright location. You can build a base on top of the water tower if you really want to. It's just going to take a lot of time to do. If there was just a little bit more loot, like a military tent or 2, I would then put it in front of Ford, just because it has a hospital just like Ford. Basically the same location, just Ford has a little bit more PvP. B tier, I'm going to put construction site. I could put this up into A, but there's no hospital, there's no fire station, there's no police station. It's just the military tents and then the industrial buildings, like the parking garages. And the only reason it is in B tier is because of the military tents. That's really the only reason to go to. There's a few military tents and a few medical tents. So if you got like an Alton spawn or a close Ford spawn, you can run up towards construction. You can get yourself some pretty decent gear if you're lucky. Very good for building bases, like I said. I think it's a decent location. I don't think it's very good. I don't think it's really bad. Not much PvP here though. That's the thing that's lacking whenever I'm playing and I go to construction site. There's very little PvP. I don't know, it's because it's not like a very major city or what, but I haven't really experienced much PvP there. So for C tier, the first location we're gonna have is Trenton. So the only good thing about Trenton is it has a hospital. That is quite literally the only thing good about it. There's no loot there. It's up near labs, so you're gonna have to have decent clothing on so you don't drop temperature. And there's very little PvP there, so that's why it's a C tier map. No good loot, not really good PvP, no real good PvP. And I just think it's not worth, if you're just trying to go to Trenton and going back, it's not worth it whatsoever unless you absolutely need medical supplies. So yeah, C tier. So the final C tier map is going to be Linden. There's quite literally nothing at Linden. The only reason it is in C tier is because it is close to NA and ARSC. This location brings nothing if you want decent loot or decent PvP. The only thing good about this place is there's a car spawn and it's near NA and ARSC. I do think it's an alright location if you want to build a base, especially at Linden Island. You know, you could build around the island and basically have, unless somebody like ghosts in there, no one's getting in there. Same as labs. But I wish there was a hospital or a police station or something in Linden. That would make it a way better location, in my opinion. And that's all in C tier. So we're going to go on to D tier. Obviously, it's going to be the two main fresh respawns, Riverton and Alton. There's really only a hospital here, and you're maybe going to find like a sporter in the convenience store. I mean, PvP is absolutely beautiful. Just two freshies going at each other with the USP. It is quite fun, but let's be real. It's a C tier location. There's nothing there. It's just for you to spawn there and then get out and go to Shirley or ARSC or Ford. And also, we're gonna have prison in there. There's nothing in prison. It's really not worth going there unless you want to get the car spawn that's there. If I remember correctly, there is a car spawn there. And it's gonna take a while to get up there from being a freshman. It's not really worth going up there. Your temp's gonna drop. Well, I think there is snow up there. I don't remember exactly unless it's on the hill behind prison towards a safe zone. And you know, there's not really that much PvP there, and I think it's a pretty bad location. And yeah, that's gonna be the video. If I missed anything and you guys want me to update the tier list, I'll let you guys know, or you guys can let me know. And I'll leave a link down below if you guys want to leave your own tier list and show me on Discord or whatever. And yeah, hope you guys have a good one. Peace.
Know what we had to go through. Remember all the times that we had to steal food. Now I'm on some new shit, girl, you want some old news. Daddy in the bed, fucking on your bed too. Hey, give me a second to rack it up. Feels like I've been waiting a second to fuck it up.